I've always had a drive to fix things that aren't working. And at 360, we set out to fix antiquated methods of managing one of the most expensive and mysterious inputs in corn production, nitrogen. For decades, we would drag anhydrous tanks out in the fall. We would usually end up applying a little more than we needed just to be safe. And we would check the box to say nitrogen is done. But now we know that plants use 75% of their nitrogen 8 months later after the V10 growth stage, or corn that's up to my head. So my son Tim and I and our team of engineers set out to develop a system that would match the needs of the corn plant. So as you can imagine, there's a long list of things that we'd like to work on, a long list of ideas that we think that can add efficiency and consistently boost our yields. But before we turn our engineers loose on a problem and start to design, we prioritize our products based on the potential. What would it pay back you and I as farmers, and how quickly? So when you walk the farm shows today, you see plenty of complex and expensive attachments that sometimes promise to add as much as 3 bushels. So when we evaluate a product concept or solution, our very first step is to do the math and determine, can we get you a return on your investment after you buy it, install it, and use it on the very first year. So my promise to you is that every product we offer has a real opportunity to pay for itself in the first season of use. After that, every acre makes you money in your back pocket. This is often a combination of increasing yields and helping you cut input costs. To help you see how our portfolio of products can make you money, we put together an easy-to-use investment calculator. You can put your information, like acres, costs, yield expectation, and goals, and quickly see how many acres you need to cover before the yield increase or cost reduction starts to make you money. So here's an example of how easy it is to use these apps. Here's a ROI calculator for the 360 Yield Saver. So Yield Saver is one of those products that adds yield by slashing header loss. You don't grow more at the Yield Saver, you just capture a lot more of what you grew into your combine tank. So let's see if Yield Saver can make money on your operation. You just enter in your header model and the number of rows. So let's use the example of 8. And say you're going to harvest 1,200 acres each and every season. I would enter the cost for the Yield Saver investment. Now I enter the number of bushels per acre that I think the Yield Savers will save. So in my farm, I average about 2 bushel head loss through the season. So I estimate I would save 1.8 bushels per acre. At the corn price I expect, I would earn an extra $6.61 per acre. So the app tells me that after I pay for the product, get an additional $3,900 over my investment in the first year. Now in the second year, I would buy replacement brushes, I would cover my 1,200 acres, and I would pocket $6,000 of profit. Same again for the third year. Now I see that after 3 years, the $4,000 total that I invested in Yield Saver made me a profit of over $16,000. Now use the app to test various scenarios. What if the price of corn is just $2.70 per bushel and you only saved 1.25 bushel per acre? I can see that I still break even in the first year and I made an additional $4,500 over the next 3 years. So we have calculators at 360 like this for all of our products. So whatever product you're interested, pop open the app, play with different yield and cost scenarios, and find out quickly, how can we start making you money? So at 360, we have a long list of products that we'd like to tackle. But the ones that we have right now that we're offering you as a commercial product are the ones that are going to give you a really fast payback.